Hey, Pisces, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your quarterly reading for October, November, and December. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Pisces, what is going on for the next 3 months? Now we have, bottom of the deck, you have a leg up. So there's some sort of help, resources. This could be helpful people, financial relief. The underlying energy, though, is that of assistance. Now you could be of assistance to someone in your life. Someone in your life could be assistance to you in some way, shape, or form. It's also card 34, which equals 7. And 7 is the number of spiritual awareness, wisdom, insight. So this could even be spiritual strength and guidance from your higher power, which is actually your first card out, is higher power. So in the month of October, you could be, asking the universe for some sort of shift or change to occur. You may even be taking classes on intuition, or you may be finding ways to connect more with your higher power. I feel like there could even be a miracle here. I'm getting miracles. I'm getting blessings with the higher power. Okay, and this landed right smack dab in the middle of, your October and November energy, and it almost feels like it all comes in at once for you. So we're going to take all of the cards in this pile. Yeah, we have the Hermit. A lot of you have been through a period of doing some deep soul searching, deep reflecting. Now, when the Hermit shows up here, I feel like you've gained a little bit of introspection during Virgo season. Hermit is represented by Virgo. Virgo is August energy to the end of September 22nd. I am putting these readings out in Virgo season. So some of you may have felt a little bit, independent, or even isolating yourself in some way, shape, or form to get down to business, get some healing on. This can be recovery, but I feel like the Hermit is also about enlightenment. And you may have gone through an experience where you went inward. You may have reflected inward for a bit and maybe even done some deep introspection. But I feel like you've gained much enlightenment, and a lot of you are even connected more so now to your higher power than you were prior. And this is about seeing the signs and the symbols that the universe is showing you. I feel like you've been asking for signs, and I feel like you're going to start seeing them. Yeah, look at next card out is the Wheel of Fortune. This may have to do with financial relief, as we said, but this has to do with a turning point in your life, because this can be karma. It can be a karmic cycle that tended to keep on spinning and spinning and spinning. And you're like, when am I going to jump off of this? When am I going to have this turning point? Here it is. It's showing up in the upright position. This could be that blessing or miracle that you've been asking for, because you see the white rabbit is holding the time, and the time is all around him. And it's as if you were Alice in Wonderland chasing that white rabbit for God knows how long. And now the white rabbit is facing you, and it's time here. So this is fate. This is destiny. And this is the hand of the divine coming in here to bring you some sort of blessing. Now you have the Queen of Cups. You have the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Swords. Look at all these endings bringing in a new beginning here. And you have the 8 of Cups. Cutting ties. I definitely see you cutting ties, because what is the Queen of Cups focusing on here? She is focusing on filling her cup and fostering genuine connections, genuine emotional bonds with others who fulfill her, where they fulfill each other with this Queen of Cups. She's someone who's highly intuitive. I mean, she is you. She is you. Ultimately, you are the element of cups. So I feel like you are a healer. You're empathic. You may be a lover and a nurturer and extremely intuitive yourself. I mean, she could be a tarot reader. She could be someone in the caring profession or nurtures others in some way, shape, or form. But you're putting an end to some sort of mayhem or loneliness or isolation. You know what? Some of you, I feel, have isolated or abandoned yourself at the expense of another. I'm just going to put that out there here. It may have been part of a karmic lesson. There's no judgment here. And maybe that wasn't the case, but I feel like some of you, you may have abandoned yourself, or perhaps you felt abandoned by the universe or felt abandoned by another. But that is the very thing that is going to bring you towards that, step of enlightenment that I see taking place here if it hasn't already. Now, we do see, I said double 10 of swords here, but actually what we see is the 9 of swords in reverse. You're letting go of anxiety and you're releasing something that you've carried very heavy on you. So 9s are completions. It can be a sense of, independence or a sense of separating your energy here, because 9s are a very singular energy. But I feel like the 10 is completing this cycle of maybe being on your own. If some of you have been asking for love, right? Or if you've been really wanting to open your heart up to love, you could be going, in search of it here with the 8 of Cups. For others of you, if you were in a relationship, but you were feeling like 2 ships passing in the night, there could be some sort of burden or something that needs to be addressed here, because something cannot go on the way that it has because it's caused too much anxiety or too much pain or heartache. But a new day is dawned. And the final outcome here for the month of October is the 8 of Cups. Dorothy is still in Kansas here. Things are very black and white, very much ready to shake things up. That's why she takes Toto and takes her basket and she goes for a walk and she runs into the wizard, and the wizard, reads her that magic ball. And I feel like you are in awe of something. There is a wish upon a star. You are dreaming of, a brighter future. And the universe is coming in saying, yeah, Pisces, we got your back, right? We see that you've been doing the work. We see that you've completed some soul lessons, and we see that you don't want to repeat something that you've already learned. Therefore, there's divine intervention coming in here, opening this pathway up to really be able to embark upon a journey that feels more emotionally fulfilling. Now, what's the overall outcome energy for October 2024? I also see, because the higher power is a 4 energy. Oh, okay. There's the 4, or there's the Fool. Because there's a 4 energy here. 4 is about restructuring. It can be foundation, stability, and planning. So you've been planning something out here, and I feel like this is the month where there's the new beginning. There's the Fool. And that's what I said, is you are moving towards, a new path, embarking upon a journey that does feel more emotionally fulfilling in your love life, in your career, within your health, whatever area of your life that perhaps has been stifling, it's being addressed here, and you realizing that you're not alone, that your biggest co-creating partner is Spirit. And so here you are embarking upon this new journey, a new phase of your life, a new timeline, and we roll into Scorpio season and Sagittarian season. So the month of November 2024, we do have the Mending card. Now, I like the Mending because you actually see here that there's 2 angels sitting on these yarn spools, and they're both holding on to the same piece of artwork, and they're creating this together. They're mending it together. So I feel like there is a coming together of an experience of the past. Even if you've separated physically from this energy, it feels like you have a sense of wholeness, or there's a sense of completion here that perhaps you didn't have before, Pisces. And I see in November, there may be a lot of things that do start to fall into place for you. So trust. That is going to be your sign that yet you are on the right path. But even though at times you're going to come up against some roadblocks, does not mean that this isn't the right path for you, right? It means that you're being challenged to use your newfound knowledge or your newfound, wisdom, because you have learned some valuable lessons of the past. So now you have the opportunity to put that skill to good use. Spirit, tell me about November, please. November, December, we have King of Wands. We have the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. You're letting your guard down here. Eight of Wands says that you're not just standing at the portage waiting for the ships to come in. You're actually out there on the ship. Now, the King of Wands could be you. It could be someone entering into your life. This could be part of the mending energies. Now, this is a very entrepreneurial energy. It's someone who marches to the beat of his own drum. He's very active, passionate, goal-oriented, and driven. This is someone who is driven by, ambition and passion and their spiritual self. And I feel like this individual is also very resourceful, but they're spontaneous, adventurous, and fun. They're very charming, very good looking. So you could be, if this is love that you are manifesting and embarking upon this new journey, you're loving all of the things that this King of Wands has to offer. And I do see here with the Seven of Wands in reverse, you are letting your guard down a bit, but because you have felt attacked in the past, you can see that the Seven of Wands is Alice's defense, right? All of those little cards are coming at her with the wands, and that's when she's bigger than them, but still she does feel very much attacked. And even though you may feel like you have the upper hand, sometimes insecurities can still get the best of any of us, right? And sometimes those old wounds or old triggers of maybe feeling overlooked or feeling like we have to fight or flight, or maybe even closed off of energies. I feel like that is what you are working on, releasing this go around or this new chapter of your life, because you know that in order to have this new beginning that you have to be vulnerable. Because remember, Pisces, vulnerability is our greatest strength. And I do see here that because you've been open and vulnerable with others in the past and it has gotten you in trouble, your first reaction is to fight or flight, right? Or to compromise your own integrity. If only I, give in to this energy, they'll be different. Things will be different. And I feel like you're not doing that. That's why you have this Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is the start of a new life. So not only do you have the Fool, there you are, the seed, the conception. It is coming back to the soul self, which is that higher power, destiny, and fate intervening to bring you this pivotal point on your path. The Ace of Pentacles is here to say, here it is showing up in the physical. This could be a new home, a new relationship, a new job. This could be, a second chance to live life with more vitality and better health. Okay. This is you marching to the beat of your own drum. And some of you, this is a partner to tag along, but it does require both of you to be very independent, and that independence comes together where it's the cherry on the top. This isn't codependence, right? This is not, having our guard so far up that communication is non-existent, or, the person is always triggering us. That's what you may have had in the past, and that's not what I see showing up here in the month of November. All right. What is the overall outcome energy for November 2024, please? Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. So here we see, a king and a queen. I don't think it matters that, they are not the same suit, because this could be a partnership. This could be a love union as well. Does it mean that they're not a perfect match? No, because remember, the Emperor and the Empress are all kings and all queens wrapped up in one. We have the characteristics of all the queens, all the kings, and we have the potential to be the king or the Emperor or the Empress. And I feel like this is a partnership that can be very grounded, very stable with this Queen of Pentacles. And even though you're showing up here as open-hearted Queen of Cups in the past, now your focus, it's like you're focused on stability, right? You want this stable life. You want to open yourself up, dream a little dream, right? You want to mend things. You want to live I'm getting luxurious. So some of you, I mean, it could be, look at this Duchess. She does live a life of luxury. You may want to travel with this King of Wands, right? You may want to maybe start some sort of partnership here. This could be entrepreneurship. This could be starting a family as well. And I feel like it doesn't mean you have to settle into this boring role or boring partnership. I actually feel the opposite, that this is a divine connection between two individuals that not only is stable and secure and has the potential to be long lasting, but very fun and adventurous and spontaneous as well. So I do feel in this situation that this partnership could work very well together as long as both people are open and communicable and can mend any rifts. If this is someone that you've been in a relationship with of some sort. Let's take a look here. I want to get one more with this. Now that we have two, I want to get another energy overall. The Star. There's the card of healing and mending, and we see it showing up twice. And we have the Ace of Wands. So we see here the Ace of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles. And we see the King of Wands and we see the Ace of Wands. So both individuals are offering a fresh start here. Okay, we see two of these individuals, right? She's holding that Ace of Pents. He's holding the Ace of Wands. And I feel like there is a peace offering. There's a peace offering of bringing something together, wanting to work together, wanting to, mend a situation and to heal it. And there is a hope for a brighter future between these two individuals here. So this could be a brand new connection with the Fool, a brand new journey that you've never been on. Or it's definitely, and I feel for a lot of you it is, but for some of you, it could be something that you've needed to mend, okay, between someone currently in your life. And the possibility of doing so is big. When you have the Star here, this is inspiration and dreams and healing. It can also be star-crossed lovers. And because we don't have a divine, a quote unquote perfect match, same suit, I do feel like this could be star-crossed, where maybe there is a hope or there is, a connection or a mending or coming together after not being able to be with an individual for quite some time, or for whatever reason, time just wasn't in the cards. And I feel like it could be now. It almost feels like a little bit of a Romeo and Juliet. Maybe some of you even might have a name for the two of you. You know how some of the stars out there have like a combined name. I know that sounds silly, but because that just came out, Romeo and Juliet without the, tragic ending, hopefully. But let's take a look at December. We have here Observer. This gives me a little bit of a watch and wait, or fly on the wall, or awareness, just kind of paying attention to the ebbs and flows, paying attention to what's going on around you. It's card 49. Some of you may be 49 years old, 52 years old, 34, or born on the 4th. But when the Observer comes up, he has the telescope and he's looking at the moon. So some of you, the moon could also be significant in the month of December, new moon or full moon. This could also be about new cycles entering into, your life. I also get that you may be watching someone or you could be discovering things about what you like about yourself or in another person. If this is something new, I feel like you are kind of taking it all in. You're soaking it all up in some way, shape, or form, and you're paying attention, and maybe someone is really paying attention to you as well. So let's take a look what is going on in December 2024. Some of you could be taking a class, a course, a workshop. You could be going back to school or getting certified. I do get that message with the observer. You could be waiting for some sort of results here as well. Okay. Oh, beautiful. 3 of Wands, 5 of Cups in reverse. What else do we have here? We have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So we have double fives. Double fives equal a 10. You know what I feel here for you, Pisces? It almost feels like you may be observing this person or a situation to see if an old pattern is going to play out. And I don't feel like it is. Okay, so if this is someone new, you could be observing behaviors and saying, you know, the last person I was with, you know, they did that, but this person is not displaying that red flag, right? Or if this is the same person or the same situation, I just feel like there is a different vibe to it. And that's why we see both of these fives, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, in reverse, because it means these things aren't happening. You're not going to be abandoned. And some of you may have felt abandoned. This could have been a struggle health-wise. Some of you, 5 of Cups, can be disappointment. It can be broken heart, betrayal. It may even be, you know, you may have allowed yourself a little bit of space before mending or connecting with this energy, or to embark upon a new energy even. I feel like that space was needed because now you're in this sense of awareness. And for some of you, you've gone through something very tragic that may have brought in a sense of hypervigilance, meaning, you know, pins and needles, or, you know, you're constantly in that state of who, what, where, like, when is this happening? What are they doing? And it can bring about a sense of chaos, right? Where your nervous system signals to the brain that there's going to be something bad, right? Or something from the past is going to repeat. And I feel like you're not seeing it. You're just not seeing it here, the bad anyway, that you may be looking for, which is interesting because if we go out searching for bad, we're going to see bad, right? But if we go out searching for good, you're going to see good. But I see you moving on with the 3 of Wands. This means you are able to move forward. You're able to move past that double 5 energy and end it, right? 5 and 5 equals 10. 10s are about endings, but it doesn't mean that you're still not, you know, keeping an eye out, which, you know, to be expected, especially if it's the same person. But for others of you, you're just kind of, you know, you're going with the flow. I feel like if this is a job situation, you could be looking for, you know, ways that you could improve or enhance. Spirit, can we get some more cards here with the 3 of Wands? Because the 3 of Wands is manifestation. It is also about anticipating. It can be anticipating worst case scenario or anticipating the best. So be mindful in the month of December what you are applying your energy on, and try to remain in a neutral, you know, observation here with the observer card. Try not to point in any specific direction is what I'm getting here, and allow things to manifest as they should. Yeah, stay present is also the message. But the 3 of Wands is courage. Courage to explore. It is success. And it's saying don't get lost in, you know, the what ifs or the overwhelm, or don't hesitate because of some past pains that have come before you, right? Observe from a neutral standpoint, and I feel like there could be something really quite beautiful coming in. Let's see what that is. Or let's see what the overall outcome for Pisces is here. December. Oh, yes. Yes, okay. So we have the 4 of Swords, putting something to rest. You have the 2 of Pentacles. You're making the conscious choice to live and lead a happier life. You have the Sun as your final outcome. kudos to you, Pisces. Job well done. You've graduated. You've graduated in a sense. Four of Swords is the Red King, and you see that he's able to rest up against this tree, and he's able to rest with his eyes closed. Now, I tell you this, if you're in a state of hypervigilance, think of a soldier in war and bombs are going off and shots are going past you, bullets are going past you. No way in heck are you going to be able to lean against that tree with your eyes closed. You're going to, even if you do, you're going to be woke up on a dime with either a nightmare or another bullet whizzing past you. Not anymore. Not with this Four of Swords. Right? This is someone who's finally come to some sort of peaceful resolution. This is beautiful. This is also mental stability. And for some of you, didn't we see that Eight of Swords or Nine of Swords? Yeah, that Nine of Swords can definitely be mental muckery. It can feel trapped in one's mind. It can be post-traumatic stress, right? Post-traumatic stress from situations that have occurred prior. I feel like you are definitely on the mends here in the next 3 months, and you are observing, but you're not coming from a place of panic or fear or sabotaging or worst case scenario. You're coming from that neutral perspective here, and that's going to be a game changer, because what you actually see unfolding isn't the same story as the past. That's why you have the Fool card showing up. Next card, you have the Two of Pentacles. This is finding balance in your material and spiritual world. When those two align, that's when you're in alignment, right? When your inner world matches your outer world, right? Then you know that you're on par, you're on course with where you are meant to be. And I see this Two of Pentacles being pivotal because some of you are juggling up what you can, right? But you're also maybe taking a look at situations. Try to, again, and I think I said this earlier, try not to compare. If there's a new person in your life, or if this is the same person, try not to compare them to your ex, or to, an old job or old health stuff. Or maybe some of you also, I feel like there could be a health issue that you're comparing to your own parent or your own mother. Maybe you're saying at age 55, mom got thyroid cancer, and now at 55, I'm going to get thyroid cancer. Try not to compare, especially if it's worst case scenario. Okay. Now, of course, if it is in alignment with, something your soul is meant to learn, as much as and again, I'm not predicting anybody's going to get any kind of cancer, so just disregard that. But I feel like some of you, there is a strong fear, and that's what it is a fear. False evidence appearing real. Now, you're highly intuitive, and when you, Pisces, peel back the layers of the fears or the illusions or the muck, and you're able to find that balance in the spiritual and material, you'll see what is true for you and what's not. But what I see here is good health. I see vitality here. The sun is about happiness and abundance. The sun shows up after the moon because there has been some sort of fears that have been faced, right? Maybe they were hidden from view. Maybe this is subconscious energies that are finally being made, consciously aware by you and your guides, your higher power. And it's out in the open for you to observe now from a neutral perspective, and to catch yourself when you're falling too far one side or the other. This is the energy of playfulness, success, warmth, vitality, and really asking yourself, what makes me happy? What makes me happy in this partnership? What makes me happy in my career? What types of food fill me up where I feel vitality, right? What in my work inspires me? So wherever that sun is, I want you to be like the sunflower, and I want you to lean towards it, right? Lean towards your happiness. So again, even though I just said keep that neutral observation, keep it neutral until you realize what truly makes you happy, because some of you are so mental mucked, okay? I got to say that on YouTube, mental mucked, but you get my drift. Some of you didn't even know what made you happy and what didn't, right? And I feel like that's why this neutral observation comes in, and you're like, wait a second, that aligns. That feels good. That's resonant. That's not someone else's story of what they think is best for me. That's not, me putting my happiness aside for someone else and then me feeling like I think I'm happy, but I'm not sure. This is you really taking a step back and observing what's going on. And then you're able to, after getting a little bit of that distance and not having maybe the bias that you've had in the past, then you finally are able to lean in the direction of happiness. And that's why you have the sun here. Oh, I love this for you, Pisces. I love it. Let's get a few messages from inspirational leaders that have come before us that are still living, your guides, your angels. What do we have here, please, for Pisces? What do we have for Pisces? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Okay. Is someone singing karaoke or jukebox? I'm hearing the song Jukebox Hero. So perhaps there is karaoke or there is an old jukebox playing. Maybe you meet up with someone and you play a song on the jukebox. Do they even have those? I know everything is touch now, but I feel like Jukebox Hero could be significant. So take that as it resonates. All right. We have good old Ralph Waldo Emerson, and this is one of my favorite sayings by him. And since we just talked about the sun for like an hour, the message is live in the sunshine, swim the sea, drink the wild air. Live in the sunshine, swim the sea, drink the wild air. Some of you could even be traveling in the next 3 months. Perhaps you are drinking in the sea, the sun, the air. You could be getting away here. I do feel like island vibes. So maybe some of you are going to head off towards some sort of an island. Okay, take that as it resonates. Next, we have Mark Twain. Never regret anything that made you smile. Never regret anything that made you smile. That includes relationships, jobs, basically everything. Because if you engage in something, chances are you're engaging in it because there's some sort of pull that stirs up some sort of emotion within you. And a lot of times we stay engaged in the emotions that make us happy. So even if something went south, even if something ended up a little bit sour, don't regret it. Look at it as that opportunity for growth, evolution, and learning. Next we have J.M. Barrie. Those who bring sunshine into the lives of others cannot keep it from themselves. Look at all this sun energy coming up here. Pisces, you got the sun. It is showing up as your final outcome card for December. And it's beautiful. You are someone who cares so deeply about others, and you can draw that sand in the line and set an emotional boundary. But I also feel like what you are doing, you're making a difference in the lives of so many people. Okay. You are making a difference, and that fulfills you. That brings you happiness and sunshine. Now, this is a message from your guides, your loved ones, maybe even a loved one in spirit who may have died tragically for some of you, or it may have felt like a tragic ending. Bad things happen, and sometimes the bad things turn out to be the conduit for a good thing, but you can't always see it when you're going through it, right? And I feel like the light piece of it could be enlightenment. So maybe you finally are seeing what that conduit is. You're finally able to see the good that may have come out of a bad thing that happened, right? And that bad thing turned out or is turning out to be something quite profound in your life. Next, we have Morgan Harper Nichols. Inhale, exhale. It is well. It is well. All of this is part of the story you will tell. Some of you are storytellers, authors, publishers, YouTubers, creators. You may be someone who is meant to share your story in some way, shape, or form, or help share stories so other people can feel inspired. Beautiful. Now, last but not least, good old Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Maya Angelou. That's a big one, right? And, our emotions do drive us. Our emotional center in the brain, right, drives us. And I feel like you have touched the lives of many. And a lot of what you may be letting go of is some pain that you remember from an individual who has hurt you, because you don't remember maybe what they said because you don't care about words, you want action, right? And I feel like you don't remember the action because you only remember how it made you feel. They could have said something, but they didn't act up, or, they could have actioned it, but they didn't stay consistent. And maybe it was good, maybe it was not so good, but you remember the times when people made you smile or the times people may have hurt you. And I feel like it's all a part of life here. But of course, this also inspires you to set that example for others. Pisces, that is what I have for you for the next 3 months. If this resonates, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. And we know that a lot of people need it. And it also helps the growth of the channel to reach more people, which I greatly appreciate. If you like it, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe, share, hit that bell button. And thank you so much for tuning into this frequency. Know that if you're here, you are vibing at this wavelength, and there are notes in the resonance of these energies that are part of you in some way, shape, or form. I am you, you are me, right? So you're here because you are meant to be. So thank you again, Pisces. Lots of love.